Good morning and welcome. You are with Skeinz Diaries, episode 318. And I know that if you're all sitting around going, where is she? Like, where is she? And she wasn't on early this morning. It's because we've been slammed. Absolutely slammed since we opened the door this morning. Tom Jones, welcome along. Tom Jones was here in town on Saturday night, and so many people travelled to see him. And he was accompanied by Jen Wigmore, and they had it at McCain Park in the central part of town. And lots of the Delilahs, as I like to call them, still here, and they hung around to come see us this morning. So we have been so busy catching up with everybody first thing, and yeah, so of course to the end, I'm late for a very important date, but it's okay. It's been so lovely to see them, and I've literally snuck in here as fast as I could, so I can jump out and say good day to you guys. And I haven't even finished getting the newsletter out. I thought, oh, morning, Kathy. I'd be in this morning, and I would, I was in early. I'll get the thing I wanted to achieve up today. I'll get the newsletter out. I had all these plans. Yeah, no, it didn't happen. I'm nearly there though. The newsletter's it's work in progress. So I'm going to jump the gun with some things today. But the one thing I did get up, and it is live, so you can see it, is the new Oben, which is the new Highlander Heather's shade. Hey, Charles. Even Charles is here. This is wonderful. It's been in the shop for a whole week because I managed to get it in there, but still didn't get it up. But I got it. It's online and it is live, and there it is. And it doesn't. I mean, this is the trouble with these subtle heathers. The camera doesn't do it justice. I'm actually going to slip the band of this because it is utterly beautiful. Now, if you loved the wasn't the Malone, I think it was the Abbott, the pink. No, the it'll come to me in a moment. The Ahern in the Kelly and Co. This is a softer version of that. So this is a very beautiful, soft, dusty, sort of stony grey, fine pink, dusty pink heather. So there is a pink tone in there. So it's almost like a pink, soft sort of pink quartz, or it's a really super pretty shade. Why have we gone this way? Because of course we've got our more lilac. These are a Rosewell, which you guys love, and this is the Ahern there. I mean the Oben. It's called Oben. Oh, Muriel, who was on earlier, bought some before. It is yummy, Muriel. It's really yummy. And the handle on this to make the heather, it's good. Feels really good. Patricia's just said late. Oh, how unusual. Oh, how very Tom Jones. It's not unusual. Anyway, I won't sing. I love it. Absolutely love it. The colour's gorgeous, and we've gone with this lighter shade because we've had requests for contrasts because there are such wonderful in colour work. We know Highlander Heathers and Southlander works fabulously for colour work. And for colour work, you need contrast. So I've grabbed some of the usual suspects. Here is Stornoway. Stornoway and Oben, I think from a huge contrast perspective, are a match made in heaven, absolute heaven. So that is an absolute no-brainer. If you want less contrast, if you're doing something a little bit closer, there's the Rosewell I showed you before. The other one that I think works really well is the Glencoe, because they're both on that warmer berry side. I think those two look fabulous. And then for something a little bit because this is the Brigadoon, which works amazingly well with the ear. So if you picked up the ear in the sale, this is its little happy companion. But this also works well with that soft sort of little pink. It warms it up a little bit. So those are very, very good friends. That's all in Highlander Heathers. Like both of them DK and Sport. So you've got both options. However, I also ran and grabbed some Southlander options just to show you as well. And obviously we have our Misty Rose, and I have to say this with Misty Rose is gorgeous. So if you didn't want as an intenser, because I mean Glencoe is pretty deep and pretty intense. Misty Rose is a much gentler version. Actually, let's put all three of those together because that was a look at that. That's a trick, isn't it? Ooh la la. Misty Rose is a really lovely option. The other one that I think that you forget is Dusky Heather because of the dustiness with this, and you can see the grain below. Look how those work beautifully together, and see that's those two on their own. Oh, not the microphone. Oh, and there they are together. So there's some really lovely options. And then the last one I pulled out, we've still got a little bit of this in the shop. I'm not sure online, but I know many of you stashed up on this in the sale. And this is Hope from the Truly Myrtle collection. And these tone beautifully. So if you're looking for a color work option and some striping, and you've got some Hope in stash, or you want to pick up some Hope, that also works very, very well. So I'm super delighted with this because it just plays nicely with so many of our other colours, to the point now that I hate this when this happens, is that I get stuff and I think, oh, I really want to cast on with that. And we all know how much I love the heathers, because I do love them. But I told myself I was going to knit something in Gaia. But I know this is tough. I do know what I need to do. I've got a cowl I need to finish, which I might do in the Gaia, and then I might do a project in this. Love it. I just love it so much. And again, sport and DK, so that you've got a couple of options there. Now, and I haven't even had a chance to press this up. I'll get it up now. While I was on the RAV this morning, I thought, oh, well, I'll jump in and see what patterns jumped out, because I've been really lax. Like I've been going through this phase of knitting stuff I already have. I've already I own and been working with, and I really like that. I like being able to do that. There it is. There we go. Let's get this up to show you. And I really do like that. I like being able to do that. I like being able to reuse patterns all the time. So I've been a bit slack looking. Now, what am I doing, Marie? Screen share. I'm a bit behind this morning, I tell you. There we go. That's what I want to show you. Okie dokie. This leaped out at me. First, I need to put it on the screen, eh? That helps. Should we do that? There we go. This leaped out at me. Now, this came out last year, and it is Autumn Alpine by Caitlin Hunter. So it was her autumn release. And I have seen this pop up in Speakeasy and a few other zones, and it's knitted in sport. And 24 stitch tension, and you all know how I love the 24 stitch tension with this. Oopsie, let's make this full screen, shall we? There we go. I mean, look at that. Now, I mean, to be honest, that also that screams Eros to me as well. I mean, could you see that in Eros, in the natural, and I think it's the mahogany? Oh, that would be amazing in Eros. So if you wanted to go a super lush, actually, look, Marie, she leaps up. I forgot the Eros sample box is just there. Look at that. So, I mean, meow. There you go. Look, meow. Oh, I might have to do a little cut. Yes. Oh, amazing. All right. What was I doing before I got sidetracked? I just think it would be amazing. Anyway, I digress. I also think this would work brilliantly in Southlander, and it would work great in Southlander and Highlander because of that beautiful grip with stranded colour work. As you know, I've done some stranded colour work in Southlander before, and it just works an absolute treat. I just think this would be utterly gorgeous. Utterly, utterly gorgeous. So that is available October. It was released. Perfect for us now heading in this time of year, and I just absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I thought that was a winner chicken dinner. And I know that a number of you, was it Maeve was released from Wardrobe Toolbox out into the big wide world, which is a pattern from Truly Myrtle. And of course, the hern that it was knitted in, we've sold out of that now, but we do still have other Kelly & Co colours. but this will give you a perfect alternative if you haven't got any ahern and you really want that lovely soft pink. It's not as intense pink as the ahern, as I mentioned before, but it does give you that lovely sort of heathered sort of feel, and it's lovely and grippy, and it will work into that pattern absolutely beautifully. And the nice thing about this too is cost wise as well. It's really economical. So if you're having to watch your pennies, that would be perfect. Hey Karen, how are you? Morning. Wondering what type of garment Mahana is okay for. I have heard that it hasn't. It hasn't got much structure, so it's put me in a spin. Excusing the pun, of course. And it's such a lovely yarn. Okay, Karen. So we have knitted actually. We've got a couple of cardigan patterns in Mahana. So it does work well for a cardigan. It works great if you've got cardigans that themselves in design have a good amount of structure. So we've used one cardigan is knitted in the round, but it's got a lace panel in it. It's a raglan sleeve with a lace detailing at the raglan, and that looks gorgeous. And don't ask me what it's called because I can't remember. The other one is a Rowan pattern, and again, that name eludes me, but we chose it. It was a set-in sleeve, and we chose it because it had good sleeve structure and it was knit in pieces, so that it works very well in pieces, particularly like that. And it does actually really lovely drapey cardigans. I've knitted, so if you've got a cardigan that has a little bit of sort of drape to it, the Mahana works well. The Flory, actually, by Truly Myrtle, would be fantastic in that Mahana alpaca because it's designed to be loose and drapey. If you wanted to go huge and expansive, the Shoji that I knitted, because it's a big floppy cocoon cardigan. Anything that's a wrap or a big beautiful wrap or shawl, and you want something that's really wrapping shawly. Charles is actually on the call at the moment. Any of his designs, he's got a number of fabulous designs that would work either in finer fingering weight, which would work for Mahana Fine, or the DK weight. You can always supersize it and use it in that. It's great for anything like that. Yeah, so the only thing I would tend to avoid, so it's more about avoidance than anything, I would tend to avoid anything that is heavily cabled or Aran, or anything that requires a certain amount of structure with the stitching. You can do color work with it. If you're doing color work with it, I always find having a nice firm tension works better for the color work because there is a little bit of grip there, but be selective, if that makes sense. But I find that if it's something worked in pieces, you tend to be okay because of that structural element that the stitching of actually the seaming gives it. Works quite well. So don't get yourself too panicked. Honestly, as I said, we've got two cardigans, both in the Mahana, and here are samples, and they look great. They look really great. Good morning, everybody. Oh gosh, everyone's here. I'm so good to see everyone here. Hold on, I haven't even got my mouse plugged in. Yeah, Barbara was saying that would be great in Southland Heathers. It totally would be great. The autumn cardigan. So that one is from as I said, from Caitlin Hunter. There's a whole bunch of others that you can do. And don't be afraid to jump back and look into old books or anything that you've been working on previously, because I get inspiration from stuff I've been working from all the time, and I just find that it gives you another option or another layer of things that you're doing. And as I said before, the neat thing with it, especially the DK, is because of the bounce and the liveliness of all of our Southlander yarns, whether it be Southlander myrtles, regular Southlanders, or these Highlander heathers, they're all made using the same base component yarn fiber, is they're really lively, and you just get great stitch definition, and you're able to do beautiful, good structure, and there's so much that you can do. There is just so much that you can do, and it really is just wonderful. It's so good. Absolutely so good. So I am utterly delighted with that. So this is live now. So if you actually go to the Highlander Heathers page, you will see it. They're there. So I've got that all up and done. I've got a couple of other yarns that hopefully, if I get time today, they've just come through from the mill. They're just little end ofs. Some bouclés, actually, if you're fancying a little bit of a bouclé. They are actually the bouclés, the last bouclés left on the cone from when we had our blankets, Carboni and Argenti blankets knitted. So unlike last time we had brushed Argenti, this is actually the boucle based yarn, because here's something that you may not know. Is most brushed yarns, particularly those brushed mohair yarns, wrap yarns, all start life as a boucle, and then they are brushed to give you the. So there you go. So this is the boucles before they were brushed. And I have to admit, the Carboni, Claire gave it to me this morning. The Carboni looks lovely. At the first thing I said, oh, that's really nice, and picked it up and went, it's a Carboni boucle. So I just need to get those photographed and up. I'll do them because there's not too much of them. So I'm going to get them photographed and up and out for you guys. So particularly if you're looking for something a little bit, and oh God, look, my hair's falling out. I'm a mess this morning. That will be up. What else was there? Oh, Epic Sale. Epic Sale is we've now, everything through the end of March is out and gone. Yes! So that's wonderful. April, we're working on April at the moment, but we also have end of financial year. I think I said this last year, end of financial year, everything from an administrative point of view has to be all ticked off before we can roll. And we're just in that process at the moment. But I can definitely say if you ordered something during the Epic Sale, it has left us the only ones withstanding. There's a few that had little issues, but Claire, Laura and Suzanne are just working through those as we speak. So check your inboxes and your spam folders and your junk mails, because we may have actually sent you an email on that. It's not too many, but there's, But so progress has been made. It's very exciting. So what else? My cardigan. First thing actually someone said to me, I think it was Muriel, wasn't it? You asked me this morning how the cardigan was going. I've had such a busy time since I spoke to you last. I've done half the second sleeve. So fingers crossed this evening I will be able to finish that sleeve off and actually get on to the rest of it. I'll press it out so I can get it finished. It's lovely. I've really enjoyed knitting it. So yes, I wanted to get that winged away, and then I need to start thinking about what's next. As I said, I've got this cowl that I want to do because I've knitted a couple of them. As I said, I did it for Nomad way back when. When was that? Nomad 2019. I think we put that out. So I need to get that cowl re-knitted and check my notes, and so I've actually just got some leftover incognito, so I think I'll whip it out and see what it looks like, have a little play around with some different yarns and bang a few of those out, and if I'm happy with it, I'll get that out for you guys. Once I've got that sorted, I will then cast on something new, and I don't quite know what that's going to be yet, but I have to admit that Caitlin Hunter is calling me. So that's where I'm at, really. I'm not knitting as much as I'd like. And then, of course, we need to start planning for Capital Fibre Fest, which is going to be here before I know it. And I have no idea what I'm bringing. I know. We'll probably do a packet special. What we actually will probably end up doing is having a look and seeing what's left over post the sale. So I'll probably come down with stuff left over from that and clear it out to say, see you later, sayonara Sam. That's where I'm at this stage, but we haven't, Claire and I need to sit down and get some clear heads. So we'll decide about Capital Fibre Fest first and then go and then once we've done that, we'll have 2 weeks recovery, and then we'll do it all again for Wool Feast. The other thing too, Knit August Nights. I've started getting some inquiries from Knit August Nights. This week is my Knit August Nights week. I've been talking to my 3 core tutors around that, which I build sort of the program around. So I've got some fantastic ideas from them, and then I've got my next layer of tutors, which I'm going to be talking to them to build up. And then I've had a new submission, which looks fabulous. Very excited about that. So the next week or next couple of weeks, I'll be working on getting that program out so you can at least peruse the program of what the classes will be, but the structure and the format at this stage is identical to last year. The only question mark that I have is around the mill tour, because that depends on what is happening in terms, obviously, with our process of sale. So I can't confirm the mill tour at this point, but everything else pretty much remains the same. So that's good news. So if you're wanting to do some planning, the classes, there's still, I can tell you that Ethan is going to be doing a masterclass this year. It was Lisa last year and Libby the year before. So it's Ethan's turn this year. So Ethan's doing the masterclass this year. I'll be having, I've got submissions from Libby, I've got submissions from Lisa, submissions from Ethan. Really excited about his masterclass idea. We've talked about that. It's really cool. So that's the Thursday. And I'll be talking, to Cheryl and Deline and all my usual people about getting something out. So then you can at least sort of start doing your planning for May 1, which I can't even tell you what day May 1st is this year. So May 1st is when it's all open and up and running. So that'll be awesome sauce. Really looking forward to it. It'll be so good. So good. So that's what we're doing. Susan is asking, is there any more Kelly & Co coming? Not at this stage, Susan. So we've just popped Kelly & Co on hiatus until we get through what's going on with mill sales and all the rest of it. And also the other reason why we've just parked it for a bit is the exchange rate is ugly at the moment. And of course we have to buy it in, I think we buy in euros for that. So, was it euros or US dollars? I can't remember. I think it's euros. We're buying in euros for that. So that's the only reason we've just parked it. So it's not disappearing. We are looking at continuing with Kelly & Co and potentially another Kelly & Co variant, but we just need... Oh, there we go. Thanks. Oh, you guys are angels. Wednesday. Brilliant. Perfect. Wednesday is a great day for me. So that's what we're looking at doing. Yeah. So there's a number of yarns that are just on... So they're not discontinued, but they're just popped on hiatus just while we get through this, see what's sort of rolling this season. But we've got some new yarns coming. I've got another yarn it's rolling through the mill at the moment. So fingers crossed, I'll have that before the end of the month out. And yeah, we're just getting into trying some new stuff and some new colours, and it's exciting. Anyway, I need to get going and let you guys get going. I will talk to you again on Thursday. Until then, have a great week and I'll see you then. Bye.